Hi everybody, my name is Santiago. I'm from Argentina and I'm wanting to say some stuff. I've been listening to Gary Vaynerchuk, which I think is the smartest guy on the internet today, giving good advice and being good with people, encouraging to not to give a fuck about anything, and he's talking on a way that he really reach you and giving the chance to anybody like me or anybody who calls on the morning show is something so good because it makes us realize that somehow we all are the same, and Gary is only saying what he have already done, and he's showing he's not a superhero or anything. He just know what he needs to do and he does it, but not only in the way just do it, but yeah, in a way just do it, but do it a lot and be aware of when you're saying to yourself that you have been doing a lot when you're not. And he's very straight with that, and I think he's very sincere about that. And I love the word he curses and he says fuck every 3 words because it helps to understand much more. And something I listened to him talking about today was about his reaction in 1994 when the internet thing appeared, and how he explained this about now he realized that anything could happen today that could not happen that easy, at least on the past when the internet was not something invented by human being, like getting anybody together, like being able to express yourself, to tell your story, which is his book. He tell your story in a noisy world. On a way, he was talking about how internet like got to trespass anything, any barrier, any asking people to put you out there live on or public your writings or anything. You can do it yourself. I'm doing right now. That's how encouraged me. And he was talking about something technology and well, he didn't directly about technology, but about internet. But internet and technology is like growing in a similar way. And I think today the technology is being used in a very peripheric way. I mean, with peripheric, I mean it's not we are not using the main power of technology today. You know what I mean? It's like we think that we can chat and do a video chat, which is very good, but it's not the best potential of technology itself. So I believe that one of the ways we can realize how are we using the technology shows us how much we are using our own potential. I mean, you can check on the devices you put on you watch configuration or something like that. I don't know how to say it in English. And you watch for your battery. You look how much hours you spend on battery using WhatsApp or using whatever you use, just to realize if you're doing something. If you work with WhatsApp, it's okay, but if you don't work and you just spend many time talking, maybe it seems like you're not getting the best use of technology itself. And I'm sure there is anything on the internet that you can upload to your phone or download to your phone and make you use the best way of the potential, get the most potential use of technology for yourself. It's not saying the same is for everybody. Someone could use the photograph and someone can use the video editor, the sound, whatever it is. But we are not taking the advantage the technology gives us. You know what I mean? And it's something we can use. We think we need more things than what we already have, and we don't. It's just because we keep looking how others are doing things, and we care about how others say about our things, and how we imagine others talking or about ourselves when they maybe are not. Most of the things we believe the other person talks about us, it's our imagination. Because when they do say something directly to us, we don't fucking care, or we care, but we know directly what they're saying because it's objective. It's written there, or it's said, or it's recorded. But when they are not, somehow we give some more energy to the imagination of what could be other person be talking. That in a way shows how we are talking about ourselves. Our self-criticism is put outside on how would they criticize me when they're not. So the same thing occurs with the technology. How you can realize if you're getting the best use of technology is and the best use of your potential. If what are you using the technology for? Are for things you are used for entertainment or amusement or wasting your time in the West, like check that, because if you check that, there's a highly probably way you realize that whatever you wanted to do and you think you couldn't have it done or get it done, it was because you didn't have the resources, or you have the resources inside. You have to search specifically much better which is the tool you need to use in your phone or whatever device you use to get the better use of technology. The better use of technology means the better use of your own potential. That means taking care more of yourself, not looking much on the outside, looking more in the inside, and getting more to people, because it's one of the things Gary said this, we use technologies to connect with people and share our love. And as much as you do that, to connect your inner self, instead of being aware of the outer space, you spread love much more, and you're doing it on something you really like doing, because you're going to use technology to show your experience, and your experience something you enjoy. And when people see other people enjoying, you enjoy, and they encourage you to look for more ways of enjoying. So I'm so happy to have met Gary. I say thank you, Gary. I hope one day you see this video, or I hope one day I can talk directly to you, because you have reached my heart, man. And I know the way you talk. I want to be you, and instead of saying I want to be you and saying I'm just started today to do whatever I listen in these 3 fucking days that I've been listening all the time to you, waking in the morning to see your shows, writing on the text, anything. I'm doing anything. But just because you make me feel, not because you said it on, this is the list of things you have to do. And you say those ways too. 3 things on TikTok, 3 things on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. But the best thing is, like, you encourage, do right now, do. Do, it's more than, action is more than words. That's something I really appreciate you, Gary. And I hope you enjoyed this, and please feel free to visit my domain on LinkedIn. It's Santiago Dayenoff. I will spell it on the video right there now. On Instagram is dr.dayenoff, Dr. Dayenoff, psychiatrist, I said, and I help people think in the same way Gary. I'm learning from Gary now to help better. I have been working 13 years on a psychiatrist hospital, and I've been learning a lot about human beings and human reactions, and I'm thinking, I always thinking. I like something, I learn it. I learned playing guitar, watching the tabs like this. I once took a lesson with Thomas Pritchett, the drummer, and he said, man, nowadays you have YouTube. You can pause the video, you can watch whatever you need to realize that what the other guy is doing, you cannot. It's a movement. And if you have the, how you say, humildad to go slower and make your muscle response as it can response, because the nervous system allow you only need to apply patience to do it the way and the pace you need to do it to make it happen. Because when you make it happen, something inside of you changes. You can realize that change outside because you have your smile, or you're having some relief sensation when you can do something with your muscles, and it implies being coordinated, and implies being independent, and something that you feel like with happiness, and you experience it, that inside your brain is a motherfucking bigger thing. And if you keep doing that repeatedly, constantly and persistently, you get better with many things. You get better with guitar, but suddenly you realize that you have more ideas when you have to cook. Or you realize that you don't need to eat this kind of foods and you prefer this kind of food because you didn't pay attention. I'm not saying you never eat an hamburger or eat an ice cream. It's just saying, do you realize what you're eating and you're choosing and that are you in control? That's something Gary says all the time. When you blame at the outside, and you only base yourself, your gratifications, your pleasure on the outside, you're giving up your control to the outer thing, and that never happens, because if you have to say the truth, the control is always inside of you, but you feel and you believe that it's outside. So that's when you get sad. That's what he said. You get sad, and when you get sad and you stay in that fucking situation, feeding the sadness instead of trying to, okay, I'm sad, what can I do this, how can I be my mood, instead of being like this and that, being more like a steady thing, which is very important too. And when you do the things you like doing, it helps to make this a more stable thing. And when you're more stable, you realize you get along much better with the people around you, with your family, with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend, with anything. With the thing you're studying, you're happy just to be studying. This guy Gary had this motherfucking song. They made this rap. I don't know if he sing it or they got some part of his speeches. He said, "Life is good. You must listen to that song. Life is good, man." So good when you realize and you experience that. And when you're listening to that song, if you can laugh about that song in a moment, it means you have the same thing Gary has. And it's what I felt. And I say, I'm just doing what this guy encouraged me to do because I feel it, and I'm doing right now. I was walking today because I was going, I have some permission to go outside, and I was enjoying the sun. I felt so lucky about that. And something he told, I was not that angry with my parents, how I was in the past because of having studied medicine and then psychiatry and not doing music and art, what I think, I start doing it. So I was so grateful for having studied that, because I could be outside on a day it's difficult to go outside and enjoy the sunny day. In a way, it sounds selfish, but it is selfish. It's okay to be a little bit selfish, a little bit of greed. I want it for me. I have the city for me. I know it's not for me. I know I'm not, but I see the good things, and many things I crushed today with all my experience, which is not that much. 13 years, which is not little, but not that much. I mix it with Gary's way of talking and giving his perspective and inviting us to have perspective about things. So I'm so glad about meeting this guy, and I'm so glad I haven't not read many of the things he already said, because with some videos I'm already fucked up. I'm so happy with it. So I'm so happy I have all the things to read, and I would like to help you too. Sorry if I've been a little bit disorganized today. I'm doing just right now with the webcam I bought once I went to New York, and the old webcams. I'm so happy with this. I realized with this I'm doing the best use of technology for me right now. That is expressing myself with something I really love, and I love helping people, because I know how they suffer, I know how I suffer, and I know how to help in easy ways. I'm not saying changing your life, I'm not lying in anything. I just saw what Gary did, and I say I want to do the same thing. So I'm doing the best thing I can right now with technology. Giving the best use right now is to make me happy, to express myself, which just recording this video makes me happy before you're watching it, and imagine the happiness that can bring me, that any of you can feel a little bit good about listening this. And please write to me, to my email, to wherever you want to contact me, and I help you as much as I can, as transparent I'm showing right now with my English. Sometimes I can be a little bit more ease and I can pronounce better, but I understand, and I can speak Portuguese too, and I can speak Spanish too, because soy de Argentina, soy de Buenos Aires y hablo así. So please, thank you very much for listening. And Gary, I love you, and I love you all, guys, and I hope you use this opportunity. I will keep doing it. Thank you very much and have a good day.